Hey YouTube, it's Mal with Olympus Reptiles. We're going to continue some of our clutch updates, which is, if you think about it, kind of business videos. I know you guys like the business videos. Let me tell you how they're business videos. Click like and subscribe, and then when you go on Patreon, you're going to hear what our thoughts are for holdbacks or for what we're selling and what our point was when we put this clutch together. Whereas here, I'm just going to show you babies. See, there's a hook. I know I'm a terrible, shameless self-promoter, but that's something when you're going to do this business, guys, you got to promote yourself, because guess what? If you don't promote yourself, nobody else is going to. So I will tell you, it's uncomfortable. It's my little piece of advice for the day, but you've got to promote yourself. You got to be a little bit pow, I think, but not too much. If anything, sometimes I do it too much. I know. But let's get on to the clutch. And I'll tell you what, before I do this clutch, I'm not going to tell you what all these babies are till the end. We're going to do this a little different today, because this is a really fun clutch. Now, if you know what clutch number 9 is, or you wanted to not wait, you think you're an asshole for doing that, you can always go back, look up the cutting video, and hey, there you got it. But don't cheat. Don't cheat. I want to know what your favorite one is. Put it in the comments when you see it, and then I will tell you what the clutch is at the end. So we're going to go kind of backwards, okay? We're going to go kind of backwards. One thing I will tell you is everything you're going to see, I'll give away one gene, okay? I'll give away one gene. See, let me put that snake there. So everything you're going to see is going to be head exanthic. So we'll get that out the way now, so everything is a head exanthic SK line. So this, obviously, and I'll tell you what this one is, because if you can't figure this one out, then, well, this is a normal. This is straight out of Africa, a wild type class, whatever you call it. You know, I love we've tried to come up with these cutesy names for normals, because people thought calling it a normal was just degrading, I guess. Like we were gonna hurt its feelings. Would it hurt your feelings to call you normal? That's weird. So in the ball python world, if we call a snake a normal, it somehow is degrading to the snake. But in the human world, if we call somebody something other than normal, sometimes that can be considered degrading. Interesting. This is just classic wild type. Or normal, again, whatever. Nothing special here other than being head exanthic. But here's the thing, too, for those of you who are just coming across ball pythons for the first time, thinking you want to get a pet ball python, if all you ever intend to do is get a pet, understand with all these genetic morphs, really the only difference is skin color. It's skin deep for 99% of them. Some of the healthiest ball pythons you're ever going to find are going to be the classic and wild types. So don't hesitate on one of these, or don't feel like because you're starting off your journey of keeping the ball python with just something like a normal, it somehow makes you less. They're just as hard to keep as anything else, which isn't that hard, and they're just as rewarding of an animal to hang out with as the coolest, craziest 15-gene, multi-gene animal. You don't have to spend, tons of money to enjoy your snake. Something to think about. And then on that note, we're going to show you some things that, you would have to spend a little bit more to enjoy. You, sir, are being a little pissy. I'm going to put this on the table. Again, this is head exanthic. This one should not be too hard for you to figure out. Again, this is going to be, I'll give you a hint. This is a morph. It's a single gene. Okay, very, very common gene. This was something we were putting into this combo because it was, well, honestly, it was kind of there. But we wanted to get it in there to an extent, but it really wasn't the main focus of what we were dealing with. But anyway, here it is. Really kind of a cool animal. I like these. Probably the only one who thinks, some people could care less about these, but I think it's a gene you need if you are going to breed. I think it does a lot of good work, a lot of cleaning. Should we tell them what it is, Kurt, on this one?
No, you said you weren't going to.
Okay, remember what that one was. At the end, I'll tell you, there's only 5 babies in this whole thing. Oh, forgot one. Whew. So here is another one. Again, this is a single gene, not as common as the last one, but by no means is this thing uncommon. This is a pretty common gene. When those two are paired together, you get something really special, though, I think. Although you won't see that combo, I don't believe, today. At least not by itself. Well, maybe I have to go back and go memory lane. But really neat snake. This is another one, I think, if you're into breeding, that gets slept on a lot for a few reasons, but I think they're great. It's going to probably try to bite me here in about 2 seconds. Don't do it. It ain't going to do any good. Calm on down. So anyway, this is something I think you do want in your collection. At least I wanted mine. Oh, I know. Come on, let's change your behavior. Let's go into a ball. So when you get one that's wanting to be a little bit defensive, you can kind of change what it's planning on doing, which is great because I really want to show off this tail here. This should be a dead giveaway. So for those of you who are new to genetics, I know some of you are. I know some of you are like, I'm not new, I don't care about this, but I want you to think, what are you seeing here? And go ahead and keep that in your mind. And we will tell you at the end, but I want to see if your guess is right. This is a good chance for you to help identify things as well. There you go, little buddy. Now I got to go over here to get the other ones. Okay, now this one contains another gene in it. This is a 2-gene combo. So this is the first combo out of the group I've shown you. Again, with the head exanthic, it's actually 3 genes. It's 2 incomplete dominant traits with the recessive trait, 100% hets on these guys. So here that is. I just want you to kind of check that thing out. This one, if you're more familiar or if you're new to genetics, maybe a little bit harder to spot what else is going on in here, what those 2 genes are. I'll give you a hint. It shares one of the other genes we've shown, but only one of the 2 we've shown, so that should kind of help you a little bit. And then pay close attention to this pattern in here. This pattern here is going to tell you what is going on. Notice how busy it is, how close it is. Stupid bot fly. How some of it's blown out. There's a key right there showing off in there, like right in there. It's really going to help you. Right in there is another spot that's really going to help you with identification if you need. It's very clear to me what this is, but if you're not used to this gene, it may not be as clear to you. So, all right, little buddy, time for you to go back. I say little buddy, but this is a little girl. This is my girl buddy. Now, this is a really strange snake. And when I show you this one, after we talk about it a little bit, I will tell you what this one is and work our way back. So this one here is everything. So this is a 4-gene animal, 3 incomplete dominant traits, right? Along with the head exanthic. Now, it did not come out the way I anticipated the snake coming out. It took me a while to be 100% sure I felt good about calling it what it is. If you go back and watch our original video, you can see I think this is what it is. I'm pretty sure this is what it is, but it took a while for me to be 100% on point. You are just all angry today. A lot of that's going to be right in here. I don't want you to run off, snake. But what are we looking at? All right, if you've got your guesses in, I'll wait. That's long enough because you could have just hit pause. I shouldn't have to wait very long. So what is this snake? This one here is what is going to be called a pastel, okay, calico blitz head exanthic. So truth be told, even though we've been at this a very long time, well, not a very long time, like 6 years total, you know, and we took a really slow path of growth on purpose. That's how we wanted to do it. We haven't hatched that many pastel calicos, which made me very hesitant to say, man, do I just have a really, really, really nice pastel calico, or do I actually have the pastel calico blitz? Because it doesn't look anything like the calico blitz, and I didn't know really what to expect when I made this. After hatching a lot more pastel calicos this year, yes, I feel really good saying that blitz is in here. It really came out a lot funkier than I anticipated in the pattern. It did some things kind of different. I mean, you can definitely see the calico influence in here. No doubt about that, right? All the white coming up through. You can see the blitz influence is going to be here, and the blushing along with the pastel has turned that up a lot. So it's cranked that up a ton. And then in how wonky that tail is and some of the repeating patterns and bleeding through, that is very normal with the blitz. And then on top of that, you're seeing it wanting to do some twisting in places. Although the pattern has been more blown out than I anticipated with this pairing. But again, the calico and the pastel working together have a reaction. The calico and the blitz together have a reaction. And the pastel calico really dominated the blitz's reaction with it. But it came out with a really, really nice combo. So that's what we're looking at here. A pastel, blitz, calico, head exanthic. Okay, so working back, the one I showed you before was and you can see the difference, what calico did, was simply a pastel blitz head exanthic. So think of that one versus this one, and you'll really, really see I'll just show you the difference. There ain't a lot of snakes in here, so it'll kind of make sense if I show it to you. Now I got to find it again. Where did I put you? There you are. So there, you can really see how much that color has cranked up and the difference. Keep an eye on those. I'm going to pull out one that's not a clutch mate because, you know, yeah, there's a reason for that. Okay, so this is an insanely nice pastel calico I made this year. And it doesn't really get much better than this for pastel calicos. This will give you an idea of the difference. Now this is not a sibling. This is not one I've shown. But look at the difference there. You can really see how the pastel and calico play together. This is a very, very, very high white pastel calico with a lot of pattern arboration, really good blushing. However, it is nothing like what you're seeing here. It's not near as busy as what you're seeing here. It didn't blow out the eyelets like you're seeing here. It's more like what you see here. But what we didn't anticipate happening was the spreading of the pattern like you see here. So even though it's way busier than, say, this, which is just a really, holy shit, nice pastel calico. Look at that thing. That's gorgeous. Just very, very different. And then, of course, well, this is a very funky tail, as we would anticipate with that. It doesn't hold a candle to what you see going on in there, with how much it's just jaggedy and ripped apart and kind of bleeding down in there. All of this contains everything you'd want. You're not going to find one better than that. However, turned up a notch. So this gives you a difference on identification. Now, the first two snakes we showed, it was a normal, then a pastel. So I don't need to pull those back out, but you can see how that normal is a normal, right? But that pastel, how it plays with blitz, then how it plays in the combo should really kind of help show those off. For this clutch, we'll put this to the side because it's show that in a different video. We get some of that stuff. Kurt, any questions about this clutch?
Nope.
So again, what you saw, a normal head exanthic, pastel head exanthic, a pastel blitz head exanthic, and a pastel calico blitz head exanthic. The pairing was our calico blitz paired to our pastel exanthic male. That was how we did that, and that's how we got there. So, if no other questions, I'm going to go and hop up off of here, put these snakes up, and slide over to Patreon. We'll talk about what we're going to do with this clutch and why the hell I made it over there. All right, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.